Justice Miller here, Legacy Maker Sports, and today I got to sit down with Spiders wide receiver Jasiah Williams. Last year, he averaged 50.8 receiving yards, led CAA with 82 receptions, and recorded 609 receiving yards with 4 of those touchdowns through the air. Unfortunately for the Spiders, Jasiah Williams suffered injury to his ACL during spring ball activities. Coach Russ confirmed on the first day of practice that he will not be seeing any action anytime soon. Stay tuned as we talk his recovery process and Spider football. Justice Miller, Legacy Maker Sports, and today I have with me Jasiah Williams, Spiders football. How are you doing today, Jasiah?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a little hot today. Been pretty hot in Virginia, actually, for a couple weeks now. I know you guys are in your training camp. How has that been, being in the trenches and just going through everything, especially with the weather the way it is?
Obviously, looking from the outside in, it's always, a struggle. But, being actually in it and going through it, it's experience. It's the welcome back to football that all football players, have to go through at some point. So I'd say, it's definitely a struggle with, of course, and it's being hot and whatnot. But, it's football time.
Yes, and I know I've missed college football, and I know you probably miss it as well. Can you just tell us a little bit about, what you've missed?
Definitely the team aspect, being around a group of guys, being able to build relationships, and try to work towards something together. I feel like that's the best thing about football and the reason that all of us are taking it as far as we have.
Now, I know you are currently injured, correct?
Yeah.
So can you just walk us through a little bit of what took place with the injury and then your recovery process and how you're doing so far right now?
All right. Actually, it was a terrible accident. A couple practices before the spring game, accidentally, but throughout the course of practice, unfortunately tore my ACL. But the recovery process is going great. I'm being able to watch the game from a different perspective. Not necessarily being out there on the field. I'm actually able to watch them and see what the coaches would see in some standpoint. Because a lot of the times coaches would say something to you, and as a player, you can't understand what they're saying. So I'm glad that I'm able to experience, football from this point of view.
I know you say that, but I'm sure there's a little bit of heartbreak. You had such a phenomenal season last year, and now coming in with a new team, I know you want to set your mark, and being injured, it's definitely not where you want to be just to start everything off. So can you just talk to us a little bit more about that?
I can definitely agree with you. To be able to get to the mindset where I'm at right now, of course, you had to go through, all the downs and ups and that come with the recovery process. Because I could say it's definitely one of the hardest mental challenges I've ever been through in my life, mentally and physically, of course. But, the only thing you do is roll with the punches, and I'm working on doing that right now.
Coach mentioned on the first day of practice that he brought in a couple guys, just to help out with that role that you currently cannot fill. How are you taking that in? Are you a leader to these guys? Who's some of the guys that are actually in the competition for your spot at the moment?
I'd say right now it's camp. And so any football player knows that no spot anywhere is locked in right now. So I can say we definitely brought in some talented guys, with Jasiah and the couple freshmen that we came with. They're definitely producing. I can say that they're looking to produce. They don't want to just come in and just be complacent and just sit around with a group of guys. They definitely come in and work, and I'm glad that I'm able to witness that.
So then tell us what some of the verbiage is that Coach is telling you guys throughout the camp and throughout practice.
He's basically position-wise, speaking from my position coach, he basically wants us to build off of what we did last season. He feels like we had a great season last year. We had a great group of guys, and we still got a couple of those guys around. So we're just trying to, of course, every year is gonna be different. But if we can reach some of the goals that we reached last year with the last group, it would be great.
Can you speak on who are some of the guys that are standing out in the camp right now, as far as getting in there, competition, who's setting the plays, who's standing out to you?
Big shout out to everybody, man. But I can say I love how our freshman Landon has came in attack camp. I feel like he's not proving himself obviously, but showed that he can ball with the big guys. So if I say anybody, I'd be upset. I would say I'm most proud of him.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what the team dynamics are looking like on the field? How is everyone getting along? And is there any tension considering the fact that you have so many, a new team that you're starting at the moment?
And it's crazy that you asked that, because that can definitely be a factor. And with a bunch of new faces coming to play with each other, I can say that the competition is high. That's what I would say. The competition is high. We might get in a little scuffle here and there, but the competition is high, and you can't be mad at that as long as we compete and trying to get better every day.
And just final question here. What is something that you want to say to your fans and just about your team in general, as far as your legacy so far and how you guys plan to come for this season?
I simply say we gonna keep our head down and do even more than what we tried to do last season. We're gonna try to come away with some jewelry, with a little playoff run. So I could say, and concerning me, I'm working. I'm trying to get back. I'm working for sure.
Thank you very much for giving us your time.
Of course.
This is Legacy Makers signing out.